Hello, welcome back to Steak Insanity. My name's David, and this is a show about my carnivore journey. If you're at all squeamish, then you may want to listen away tonight because we're going to talk about two not so nice subjects. One, we're going to talk about pooping, and number two, we're going to talk about bad breath. But to get us started, let's start off with the stats for nerds. Just quickly, there's not too much to talk about. I've literally still exactly stalled at the same weight, haven't moved over the past couple of days. The positive news, well, let's just get into it. So I've been 98.2 kilos for the last 5 days in a row. So nothing's changed. Had really good night's sleep last night. Yesterday I got 8,000 steps in, and today I also got 8,000 steps in, and there's a reason for that. We'll talk about that in a minute. An average of 1,400 calories a day, which is pretty much my normal. I've had a few more carbs, and I don't really know where that's coming from. I think I have had some pepperami, not the actual pepperami. It's like a German brand of pepperami that basically has minimal stuff in it. Anyway, don't at me. I needed to have a snack and I needed to have something, and I didn't want to eat nuts. I think the hardest thing for me is actually staying away from nuts, because when I want a snack, that's my go-to. And you'll know, if you saw any of my earlier videos, you'll know that I talk a lot about peanuts and peanut butter. So I'm desperately trying to stay away from doing that. So I did have some pepperami, and I think that's where the carbs are coming from a little bit. But everything else, literally every other single one of my metrics has been exactly the same. My protein, my body fat, my water, everything, muscle, everything, nothing has changed over the past few days. What I have done though, is I've been to the gym yesterday and today, both, and I got a run in. So I've decided I'm just going to do a really, really easy half an hour, just a jog, not a run, not pushing any sort of a pace or anything, just literally just get back in the flow of running again. I've been really nervous about my knee and whether my knee would hold up, and so far, touch wood, it is holding up so far. And I think I may have mentioned this before, but I think it has to do a little bit with the form and the way I was trying to run. But for now, it's okay. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, and I don't know if that's maybe partly the diet helping or not. Could be. It very well could be. It could be that doing Lion has been the sort of just that little kick that I needed to get me over the nagging pain for so long. I don't know. And the reason I say I don't know is because I think I injured it when I was doing carnivore diet. So I think when I was dieting earlier last year, maybe even before that, I think I'd injured it then. And so it didn't work the last time, but maybe it has this time. I don't know. But regardless, I'm not gonna complain. So I'm feeling a lot better because I've been to the gym, which means I'm more tired at night. So when I go to sleep, I've been going to bed a little bit earlier, and I've been getting more sleep. So my sleep scores have been like 90, 92, just according to my smartwatch. So that's a little bit better, and I think that's helping. So I am going to continue to try and get to the gym every day now, and we'll see how that goes. There are a couple of days where I'm away, or I'm certainly not at home. I'm in London, and I've got meetings and stuff, and then I'm going to be in Manchester. I've got an event that I need to go to in February, but I'm hoping that for the rest of January, I can pretty much get in 4 or 5 days a week. I'll need to take a break occasionally off and on. But anyway, so that's that. Let's talk about pooping. I know constipation is a big topic. So if you're new to the carnivore diet and you kind of haven't done this, or certainly the lion diet, if you haven't done this before, this is a common question that people talk about all the time. All of you people who are already on the diet already know this. I actually looked back through my old videos, and today is day 15. And totally by accident, when I wanted to talk about this topic, I was like, do you know what? I think I talked about this before, and I need to go back and see, because I wanted to see what I said about this when I did it last. It was literally day 15 when I talked about it the last time. But it's a little different this time. Last time, I was concerned, and I was like, well, I'm constipated. I haven't been in a few days, and maybe I'm going to take a little, some natural laxative to see if I can get things moving again. This time, I hadn't even really noticed, but in the 15 days, I'd only been once, and it was very, very little. Like, I almost wouldn't even consider it a bowel movement. But today, I had a bowel movement. Congratulations. Yay me. And it was pretty normal. So I'm getting enough fat and all that in my diet. It's just, I'd forgot, because on this diet, you use up like 95% of whatever you eat. And so you just don't need to go as often. And I'd kind of forgot about that. And it only kind of crept into my head the last couple of days. I was like, maybe I should talk about that. And then I only wanted to mention it because it happened and I feel fine and I wasn't in any pain. And I just wanted to say to people who maybe haven't watched the other videos or are new to the diet that this is perfectly normal. I know a lot of the advice is to eat extra fat if you think you are constipated or you're having pain or something like that. Constipation is actually if you have pain from not going, and you'll feel it in your abdomen. But this, normally on this diet, you just have to readjust your expectations a lot, because I think you will go longer in between. And the more strict you are, I think the longer you'll go. I think if you do lion diet, let's see how it moves forward from here. But I suspect it may be once a week or something like that. If I, as long as I'm on pretty strict carnivore, lion diet. Maybe might be different in carnivore. Carnivore will probably be more regular than that. But anyway, wanted to talk about that because I think that was just something that was a little bit funny. And then when I realized it was on exactly the same day in my journey, that I thought that was funny to talk about. So that's one thing. The second one is bad breath and halitosis, I think it's called. I had a lot of that the first time, and it usually lasts for about a week. This time, I haven't even noticed. My wife may say something different, but I remember when I did the diet last time, she was like, oh God, don't come near me with that thing. And I'm like, no, I promise it'll go away. And, but we haven't had that this time. And I don't know if that's maybe the difference between lion diet and carnivore diet, if there's something in there that, being even more restricted makes a difference or not. But yeah, I haven't really noticed that too much this time. So I don't know, maybe if you're experienced sort of carnivore dieters out there or lion dieters out there who've stopped and started and stopped and started, is that something common? Does that happen to everybody? Like, do you just kind of get that the first time and then your body kind of goes, oh, I know what's going on here, and it doesn't freak out? I don't know. I don't think I'm like brushing my teeth any more than I used to or doing anything different. I guess the one difference is I'm not exercising nearly as much as I was last time. So I don't know if maybe there's some combination of exercise and diet that maybe encourages that or something. I don't know. Anyway, regardless, I'm happy about that. So, but again, that's another normal thing that just happens to people. So if it's happening to you, don't worry about it. If it's still happening after if you started on New Year's and you're still having that, it should go away very soon. And if it continues to go too much longer, then you might want to ask someone about it, because it usually goes away after a couple of weeks. But yeah, that's pretty much the update for today. I don't have too much else to report. Just happy that I'm going to the gym. I'm hoping that maybe part of the reason that I haven't been losing any weight and I've been kind of stuck at one point is that I hadn't had a bowel movement. So maybe that will show up in the numbers tomorrow morning when I weigh in, but we'll see. And yeah, anyway, that's it for tonight. So if you got to this point in the video, thanks for watching this far. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I should probably do this at the beginning of the video, but I think it's better just to get to it. And yeah, and like I said, I've said before, if you know anybody who's also doing the diet or who lives a keto lifestyle, please share some of the videos with them. And I'm trying to grow the channel as much as I can, and I can take all the help I can get. Otherwise, I'll see everybody tomorrow or the next day. Bye-bye.